This past Saturday, we had our game out there in Buda against Capital City. We had left the game, realizing kind of the score line was lopsided. But like I said, there were some positives that I want us to make sure that we understand and we see them, and we continue to build on those ideas. And then, there's some things that we can continue to work on. I talked about in the first half, how many offsides calls we had in our favor, because our line was holding its shape much better than it was in the beginning of August. And like I said, I was a bit worried that having taken that long break, that we would come back to it and we'd be a little bit lost. Um, but our defensive line, for the most part, did a really good job. And there was a lot of instances where we played really, really good defense, and we had opportunities to clear the ball, and kind of the clearance is what was lacking, right? And that's where that's something that we have to look at in practice, where when we're working on these offense versus defense ideas, can we get that big clearance out? Sometimes like we're scared about kicking the ball into somebody else's practice, or we're scared about kicking the ball, up the hill or down the hill or whatever. And kind of the past couple of weeks, I've been saying, hey, just put your foot through it, get it out of bounds for us, because this we need to get comfortable hitting this ball hard up in the air and wide. When we have to, when we're under pressure inside of our own box. So we'll look at some moments there where, like I said, I thought we played really, really good defense. We had an opportunity to clear it, we didn't, and then ended up costing us. So the first two kind of moments we'll look at is the first two goals that we gave up, and then we'll look at two kind of longer plays, also in the first half, where we just want to talk about some of the good things we did, some of the things we can learn in those moments. So like I said, this first play is we're looking at a goal kick. We've got one of our center backs taking the goal kick. With kind of the new goalkeeper there, it was nice that we were able to get that center back taking some of those goal kicks, just to get some of the jitters out of the way. And this first goal kick we're going to watch just mishits the ball, and that's not something that we see a ton of from that player, and that's not something I expect for her to do a whole bunch. The expectation is that we let her take those goal kicks, we let her take a lot of the free kicks, because she's able to put the ball in the air, she's able to put the ball at the field for us. So we watch. Miss hits the ball. Let's run one more second. She knows. Her hands are on her mouth. She's like, oh, I just made a mistake, right? We look at other defender. She's stepping. She knows I can't just watch. She's going to wake up. She's going to kind of get out of her embarrassment here in a second. She's going to get involved in the play. We're moving. We're making a play we're not watching. We're moving. We're making a play we're not watching, right? So, yes, we just had a failure in our technique, but immediately, kind of that instant, we're already a part of the play. We're already ready to start playing defense. So we've closed it down. We see our outside defender coming in to help. Our outside defender on the other side, we can't see her on the screen, but she's coming in to help. We blocked the first shot. Ball's in the air. We lost the ball for a second, but let's watch what happens as this ball lands. First to the ball. She's got her body in between the forward and the ball. Fantastic. She's looking at the ball. This outside defender is talking. I know she's talking because that's the pass we try to make. She's staring at the ball. She's under pressure, but she hears somebody. That's the pass we try to make. That's the correct decision. We try to make that pass to our outside defender. Don't have the best technique. We're getting pushed. It's making our life a little bit harder to have the best technique because we're off balance, because we're getting pushed from behind. But we see the way out. We make this pass, and then we get out. So again, not great first pass. Good defensive recovery. Not great pass here. We're still in the fight. First person, we get that cutback. Look at the defensive cover. We're still in good defensive shape. Ball ends up in the back of the net. From the goal kick, okay, we make a mistake, but we watch the way that we were ready to go and engage and fight and play on defense there. Like, that's fantastic. So we look at second goal we give up. So we get a throw in, we're goal side. We're able to recover because we were goal side. We're able to recover. Look at our defensive shape. We've got a mark. We've got a center back free, able to help. We've got a mark, and she's looking, and she knows this is a problem. So our outside defender here needs to be getting goal side. The center mid, they're on their way. They need to be getting goal side. This outside forward is coming back to try to help us play defense. So it's not terrible defensive shape. We have this pretty well closed down. Kind of bite on that first move, and we let her inside. This is where we talk a lot about, do I need to win the ball in this position, or should I just be slowing them down? Instead of seeing the move and thinking, oh, now I got to go steal the ball from her, can I just stand her up and keep her on the outside to allow more time for us to get set defensively? Ball comes in. We get a chance to make a play on the ball. We get a chance to make the play on the ball. Goalkeeper gets there. Now we're getting into a little bit of a scramble. Center back gets in there. Does not allow an easy shot immediately. So we're right in there fighting, right? This is good defense. We're there. Defender makes the decision to try to play the ball across our goal, which ends up being dangerous. In this situation, out of bounds, up the field is where we got to go. We do not want to play this ball across our goal, especially when I don't know what's behind me. We're looking here this way. We don't see what's behind us. We do not want to play this ball across the face of the goal. Unfortunate. We end up kind of giving an assist for the other team there. Our defensive shape was good. The willingness to go in there and battle was great. Just kind of that decision there, kind of that mistake at the very end. So in both those plays, like I said, technically in terms of making the perfect pass or making the perfect decision, we weren't great. But there was a whole lot of really good effort, really good intensity, and decent decisions, things that we were trying to do inside of that play, and we still ended up, conceding goals, right? So we just need to look at that and say, hey, okay, we made this mistake. Let's not make the same mistake again, but understand that the intensity was good. We cannot lower that intensity, even if we're conceding a bunch of goals in a game. So let's see here if I can start this again. All right. So we're going to watch a play where we gain possession. We're able to play to the left side and get the ball up the field, and even play the ball into our center forward's feet. It's a little bit of a mess. Our left defender gets the ball. We're going to go back. Our left defender gets the ball. Watch our left forward. We talk about this so much in practice. You've got to see the ball so that you're ready to receive. We don't just turn our back to that left defender and run straight up the field. We open up. We're backpedaling out to make the pass. So then we're able to receive this pass, and look at our shape. Center forward, right winger, center attacking mid, left winger, defensive mid, and now our left defender is coming up trying to join the attack as well. We've got numbers going forward. Look at our spacing. It's not bad. We receive this ball. Try to go down the line. So we receive this ball, and we're able to cut in. Get the ball caught in our feet. If we could find this pass, look at all the space. We're looking at our winger on the other side, trying to find the space. Still not terrible. And we got this. Maybe we could be here. Instead of on top of her, we could be a little bit more removed so we can have that negative pass back. But decent attack still. Ball gets caught in our feet. We get into the fight. Look at the intensity. We're still fighting for the ball. Again, that intensity. We're forcing errors. Because our left defender has joined the attack instead of just sitting back there. She's joined the attack. When they try to make that clearance, we're winning the ball here. Instead of sitting back with our line, remember, our outside defender, if we're on the left side, we want that left defender joining the attack. If we're on the right side, we want that right defender joining the attack. So that when our opponents don't have the best clearance, we're winning the ball here. And look at the options we've got. She takes a touch, is able to find the pass, find the through ball. We find the pass to our center forward. Ideally, instead of playing to her feet, we're playing this ball into the space, so we're leading that center forward into the goal. As this center forward is about to receive the ball, look at the run our right winger is making into the space. This is all great stuff that we're doing here. Not the best first touch, and they're able to play out to the left side. But that attack wasn't perfect. There was a lot of tremendously great ideas that I'm super happy about. Our left forward backpedaling out to receive that pass, trying to find that attack, our left defender joining the attack instead of watching the play, us looking to make a through ball instead of to somebody's feet, and then the movement off the ball still creating opportunities for each other. So as we watch, this ball gets to our left defender. So now to our left defender, we watch her back out. We see the movement up the field. We're joining the attack. We see the left defender joining the attack. Tried to make the pass, missed it. So we're still in there fighting. Look at the effort trying to win this ball back. It's fantastic. We force this poor pass because of our ability to join the attack, our decision. We take a touch, and instead of just kind of blasting it first touch, we take a touch, we find the through ball, and then we could have found that pass to the other side. So watch one more moment here where we're playing, I think, pretty good defense. They're passing around. Look. We've got a lot of this coverage. She gets a shot. Look, we're in there fighting for the ball. We get an opportunity here. Can we find our clearance? We try to make the pass. It doesn't get to the outside defender. But that was good defense. So they're passing around. We still have everybody marked. Except here. They find that cross. We're still fighting for the ball. We're going to get another opportunity right here. Can we find a clearance? We hit it, but it's to the middle. Good job closing down the shot. Another time, we're blocking the shot, and our goalkeeper gets her hands to it. But over and over again, we're seeing the first effort, we're seeing the second effort, we're seeing the third effort defensively to fight for everything. I know that scoreline at the end of the game is very, very disheartening, but we have to realize there were things that we did very, very well attacking. Like I said, that left forward opening up, trying to find that pass, or we just kind of our technique let us down. There was defensively the effort, and then tactically us holding our shape much, much better. Like I said, getting those multiple offsides called in our favor during that game. Just kind of proved that tactically our defensive line was doing their job well on Saturday. So, like I said, even though we look at the scoreline and we realize, hey, we got beat pretty good, like we have to look at what we did well. Say, hey, those things are not broken. We're not going to change those things. But the things that are broken, us not being able to clear the ball, we need to focus on that. We need to work on that in practice.